Welcome to A Spark of Inspiration. A Spark of Inspiration is a series designed to give you inspirational and motivational advice on a variety of topics ranging from careers, health and wellness, and family, just to name a few. In this series, we will share stories and provide you with tips to guide you on the path to success. In this video, we will discuss managing up. Everyone answers to someone. Those at the top are rarely the ones who call the shots. For an example, CEOs report to shareholders, school principals report to the superintendent. Everyone is working towards the goal of the one calling the shots. I'm sure you know this and have found ways of managing up to not only your supervisor's expectations, but your supervisor's expectations. No matter where you fall on the spectrum, I'm sure you are well versed at the art of managing up. So why is managing up so important? It's written on our job descriptions. I'm sure when you speak with your manager, if you forgot something, they tell you you should have remembered this. It's like you're supposed to become a mind reader and manifest the vision of someone who in most cases doesn't even know what they want. Yet their failure to articulate puts your performance at risk. So let's go back to the theory of everyone answering to someone. The vision is often cascaded down, and each interpretation of the vision receives a new spin until it finally reaches you. To visualize this, remember playing telephone as a kid? The original message was lost as it was translated from one person to the next. It's the same with vision. By the time it hits you, no matter where you fall on the spectrum, it's a modified version. Whatever you hear is your supervisor's interpretation, which means the original intent was lost in translation, meaning they may not fully understand what their supervisor wants or expects of them. So how does vision relate to managing up? Managing up is the art of anticipating the needs of your supervisor. It means that you have learned their style and know what they may be looking for. Depending on how long you have worked for your supervisor, it may mean that you are skilled in deciphering the indecipherable, meaning their inability to articulate what they want is not an obstacle. You understand their version of the vision. Managing up is so important, and often careers are dependent upon them. Leaving employees frustrated and unengaged, it comes as no surprise when one of the biggest reasons for people leaving a job is their supervisor. So according to a post by LinkedIn Learning, 65% of employees say they take a new boss over a pay raise. People care about more than money. What they also want is a boss they respect and who keeps them engaged. Another statistic, the average organization is 50% as productive as it should be, thanks to less than optimal leadership practices. This stat proves something we all inherently know. Bad bosses kill productivity and ultimately lead to organizations not fulfilling their potential. Lastly, 3 out of 4 employees report their boss is the worst and most stressful part of their job. Most people's lives are worse off because they have a boss that stresses them out. Imagine how much happier and more productive people would be if they had outstanding bosses. Those statistics are startling. And I agree with those statistics. I've worked in many industries such as federal government, consulting, insurance, etc. No matter where you work, you have to learn to manage up. I believe people quit bosses, not companies. It's because of how they are treated by their supervisor, and due to this treatment, the inability to be their authentic selves. People just want to show up and do great work, and it's hard to do great work when you don't know what your supervisor wants. If you want to learn more about authenticity, please check out my video on authenticity in the workplace. Like you, I've had many managers who have made managing up difficult. They simply didn't know what they wanted, and in a few cases, they were intimidated by my authenticity. I've encountered managers who suppressed the whole picture and limited the information they gave me in hopes I would fail. I used to job hop a lot because it was easier to run rather than deal with my supervisor. Once I stopped running, I realized that their inadequacies were projected onto me. With that in mind, I devised ways of managing up while being authentic to myself. I also learned that when you connect with others, there are people out there who get you and will look out for you. So here are a few tips. First tip, ask a lot of questions. By asking questions, you are giving yourself the opportunity to learn more about their expectations and their supervisor's expectations. Make sure they are probing questions and make sure they always get to the who, what, when, where, and why. Second tip, ask to attend meetings. Even if you are there just to take notes, you'll get the opportunity to hear from the source what their ask is and exactly what they are looking for. It may seem administrative, however, you are authentic to you, and no matter what you do, it won't take away from your gifts and abilities. And lastly, find ways to connect with others on your team. Network with your supervisor's peers. Get your name out there so you can obtain other pieces of the vision, and it lets others see your skills, talents, and abilities. By employing these tips, you will find yourself in a better informed position. You will have the pieces to the puzzle that were missing, and you will be able to better anticipate the needs of your supervisor. Managing it up. So we want to hear from you. If you're facing something like this, what methods have you employed to help with managing up? And if you need help on this subject, please reach out to us at www.inspiration.com and we can help you on your journey to finding your authentic self. Take care.